Welcome to Today's Woman. Today's topic is relationships.
Hi, I'm Roselyn and welcome to Today's Woman. And today we have the beautiful Venus Rabinowitz with us. Hello, Venus.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you. Look terrific, actually.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk to Venus about relationships, which I think is an exciting topic. And so, Venus, in your situation, and you're married?
Yes, I am.
Yes, been married for 10, 12
10 years.
10 years, yes, good, okay. Now, what's important to you in a relationship?
Well, I think one of the basic elements in any relationship is good communication. Good communication. I realized that arguments happen in any relationship.
Yes.
It happened in my relationship,
Yes.
so we had ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think as long as couples are willing to communicate, and it's gonna help them grow stronger.
I think that's a great idea because you're right. We'd love to have a relationship which just sort of goes along nice and smooth like this, but it doesn't, does it?
Right.
So, in that situation, what do you do with the communication? How do you communicate, or how do you make time to communicate?
Well, in the time this is the
important
important thing.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's why in the busy world we live in, jobs,
Yes.
appointments, errands, children, school, busy schedule, and that all this contribute to the communication vacuum between husbands and wives.
Just a second, hold on. You use the term communication vacuum. I think that's an interesting term, really.
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you mean by communication vacuum?
Well, people avoid talking. Couples avoid speaking and communicating, and I think one of those obstacles is television, in my opinion. So when the couples come home from work, they sit down, and after dinner sit down and start watching television instead of communicating more and communicating feelings, just having good, nice conversation, communication. And I'm not saying that television is bad.
Yes.
I watch television sometimes too. I'm not a TV person, but I do have my favorite things to watch.
Of course you do. Yes.
Yeah, so like everybody else. But I think for many people, watching television became as like an escape.
An escape
With their relationship. So I would
Yes.
rather watch television than discuss something, have a communication with my spouse.
Yes.
And that just maybe because of the fear conflict.
Yes.
Like if I have a communication, maybe my spouse is not going to like something what I say, and that's going to create a conflict. So maybe there's something else, a different fear.
Maybe
So,
it's easier to watch football.
Right, exactly. I would rather watch my football than just have a communication.
Okay.
And
yes.
I think a lot of couples lack that good communication, and
That's really sad.
so that makes it and I don't think it's healthy for a relationship. I have that lack of communication.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to learn to communicate feelings, and it's good to say what you mean.
Yes.
And I am an open-minded person. I like to speak my mind.
Yes.
But as long as you do it with sensitivity, be attentive and sensitive to your spouse feelings and thoughts. And I think also, good communication obviously is not just using the words, but also using a tone of the voice, good tone of the voice.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you're right, because quite often it's not really it's not the words, it's how you've said the words, isn't it? It's the tone that has the impact.
That is
Yeah,
correct,
right.
yes. And I cannot stand sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Whoa,
okay.
If I hear, if I'm communicating with my spouse and I hear sarcasm in his voice, that communication is going to turn into argument because I absolutely cannot stand sarcasm.
Yes.
So, but so tone of the voice and friendly, nice, gentle tone of the voice, body language,
Yes.
and just sensitivity to your spouse feelings and thoughts, and attentive compliments, making compliments to each other often, and gratitude for doing some small things. Just thank your spouse for doing some small things to help around the house.
I think you're right. It's lovely because with our partner, we're supposed to love each other.
Right.
Yes, and so quite often what happens, like you said, is that the outside world is so busy, sometimes it sort of takes over, and we forget to mention or to do these little tiny things to the person that we love.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that it's really quite good that you pointed out. And we sometimes create this vacuum, which is not just words. Sometimes it is feelings and touching and anything else. It sort of dissolves a little bit. So I think I think that's fantastic. Actually, I yes, commend you. That's fantastic. So what we've done today is we've just spent a few minutes with Venus, and we've talked about communication and all the aspects of communication in a relationship. And the most important thing, of course, is tonality, how you say what you want to say, but also to maybe try and turn off some of the outside world and reduce that, what she calls, which I think is a wonderful term, a communication vacuum. Try and actually dissipate it a little bit and communicate with each other.
Yes, as much as possible.
As much as possible. I think that's wonderful. And thank you very much, Venus, for that. That's great words of wisdom. And thank you, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.